there where you saw more and more people being added, and at the last minute, it was like the last 48 hours were so exciting. Wasn't that so cool? So awesome. And I think that just goes to show that when you put your mind to it, anything can happen, right? And when we start out in this business, I think it's important for people to know they kind of start and they sometimes want to jump in and get their feet wet and look around a little bit. The reason that the company gives us these timelines is because the psychology behind it, right? The psychology really sets us up to do more in a shorter amount of time if we feel like we're going to miss something, if we have a deadline, right? Anybody out there a procrastinator?
No.
Right? And so it's really good. So I really just want to encourage you, if you are new and you have people that you're bringing on, just embrace those timelines because they help the people move forward. And that's what we want to do. We want to move more people forward faster and farther, right? So that they can have a better experience. And we know that the closer you get to the sales coordinator position and beyond, that's really where you hit a sweet spot in our compensation plan. You really get a good chance to.
I'm going to mute everybody out. So you're going to have to unmute you in a second. Okay, it's done.
Thank you. But it's, when you get into that the sales coordinator position space, like in that space, it's kind of where you start to spread your wings a little bit. You've got some yeses, some nos, you've had some detoxing stuff. You kind of have enough experience to learn and to listen. And it's the most empowering place. So I always tell people it's at that vantage point that you really can see this for what it is and make some good decisions about where you want to go from there. So I just encourage everybody, wherever you are in the journey, make sure you get at least there, right? Because that's the good space where you can kind of look forward and beyond. So congratulations to everybody. Congratulations to all of our newest people. If you are new to the team, please put your name in the chat and say, I'm new. We want to welcome you. This is a really big family that we all get to be a part of. And I was tasked today with talking a little bit about community and the company in terms of where we're headed, because I think it's important for people to have a sense of a vision of what they're a part of. What did we just say yes to, right? It was easy. Welcome, Celesta. It was easy to say yes to something that was no cost to sign up, right? But what do you do from there? And I just want to really, share some stories a little bit about who we are as a community, what we do for each other. And you guys joined not just a business, but you joined a mission, right? You joined a mission of people who are coming together to inspire healthy living around our world and in our communities. And it's a really special thing when we see people say yes, because we know that yes leads to more yeses. It's an exposure to more people. So if we can put these tools and this message in other people's hands, it's an extension of our good work through other people. That's what network marketing is. It allows us to bring in more people that have access to others, right? And so together, collectively, we can really make a big impact, you guys, on the world. And so, we do this in lots of different ways. Like, our community is so wonderful in terms of spreading joy. That's one thing that people right now need more than ever, right? I don't think that I've ever been in the presence of a community that was as happy and healthy and honest and good and true as the one that we're a part of. And that's something that people are just so thirsty for. So it's not always the product necessarily, you guys. It's also the experience that comes along with that, right? The product is just kind of the gateway that gets us in there. Beyond that, there's so much else that happens. We develop friendships. We develop this sense of family. I've been in this business now for almost 14 years. And I have to say that, my closest friends are mostly from the Juice Plus community at this point. I think you'll see that from a lot of heads nodding right now, and we tend to take care of one another. And so I wanted to share a little bit tonight about something that is affecting some of our family members in New York. And it's just bringing to you to some awareness. A lot of people watched Hurricane Ida come through, and it was devastating for parts of the East Coast, particularly, unfortunately, my hometown, where a handful of our distributors live, and about 200 customers of ours live in that space, in that time, in that area. And they were flooded completely. And there was so much water that within minutes, it got up to the waistline of some people in certain spaces. And it really just took the breath out of the town, And so there's hundreds and hundreds of people that are now displaced. And so we as a community are collecting products. If you so feel on your heart, this is not a requirement in any way, shape, or form. There's no judgment anyway at all, but just if you're looking for places to give back, then consider this. And I'll type in an address down below where we're shipping bars and shakes, the single serve shakes, and some gummies to give to the emergency workers and the people that are working around the clock to just do what we do, right? Which is love each other and take care of each other. So that is one way that community comes together. We did it in Katrina when I first started. I remember as reps, we all sent a bunch of stuff out. There was a lot of stuff over the years, and this is just one of the ways. But the other way that we really come together, and this is really what's so special, you guys, is that we come together and we expand through invitation. And as you're sitting there, newer or not, right? This is a time, I think, in our Juice Plus experience and our Juice Plus history where we really can rise up and make more invitations to more people than ever before. And I really want to just challenge you that if you're not, if you're kind of in a place where maybe you just reached a benchmark, you got to Partner Plus, you got to QSC, you did something special just now, or you're kind of sitting around watching all this excitement around you, it's as simple, you guys, as waking up each morning and just talking to 2 new people each day. That's it. Just 2 new people, and inviting them to come and learn about our experience, learn about our community, learn about our tools, learn about our free resources, right? Just engaging with 2 new people a day can set the course and the trajectory for your business in a way that you've never seen before. It's a pretty special thing. So in terms of where the company's headed, oh my gosh, you guys, with growth comes growing pains sometimes. And we've definitely got knocked around a little bit, but I have to say that just being in close conversation with a lot of people at corporate and in the field, we are really poised for a growth that we've never seen before as a company. This is the best time I have ever seen in my entire career to really dig down deep and stand tall and expand. And I just encourage each one of you, I truly believe wholeheartedly that the more we secure our footing and our grounding in our business right now, we all are going to flourish in a way that we've never seen in the history of this company. So I encourage you, roll up your sleeves, go to work, 2 people per day, start the momentum. It's infectious. You'll see that, right? And with that, I want to bring on another national marketing director who is a dear friend who I love and admire so much. Beverly Grandison was the superstar of this whole project, I have to say. I mean, she just blew the doors off of it. Her and her team did things that were miraculous, and they had so much success and so much fun coming from this. And if we could, Nikki, turn this over to Beverly, I would absolutely love, and I think we all would love to hear from her and hear about her team and all of the great things that they were able to do.
Hey guys, welcome to the Heat team. So it is exciting. It's already the 7th of September already. And so hopefully what you just heard is the excitement that has transpired over the summer. You haven't pumped the brakes. Like, you're still going full-fledged this week, so that we're not waiting till the end of the month to bang it in, right? So I want to just welcome everybody, especially our new partners that are on the line tonight. The Heat team is our, I guess, great grandpa team for my team, Infinity. So we have Team Destiny, which is Tyra Weeby, and then we have the Heat team above that. So they're like the umbrella for all of our different teams. So Melissa's like my cousin. And then I have to give a shout out to my other cousin, Jennifer Straub, who she and I made it into the top blitzers for the company this summer. So that was really awesome. So congrats to Jennifer Straub. But all of my cousins, the Heat team, Chris and Nikki Cotton, are our, I guess, mom, dad, whatever you want to call it, right? But they're our leaders of the team and have been extraordinary leaders through the years for us. And I'm just grateful to be part of this team. So want to just give a shout out to the amazing NMDs that, I am a sideline. I have to shout out Alex. She's the baby on the team. She's the youngest NMD and a trailblazer, just had a baby and a mover and a shaker. So you guys, this couldn't happen without the collective effort of all of us coming together to really put these rewards out for you, because we want you to know that you're really cared for, valued, and appreciated. We never want you all to take that lightly at all, because we know at every level, the only reason we're here is because of you. So make no mistake about that. We know that. And we thank you dearly from the bottom of our heart. So this summer, I can't take any credit. Like I always say that, right? We can't take credit because, we were fortunate to have some amazing people. And you heard Nikki mention one, Darius Hollenshed in Maryland. And that's, I'm not going to go down naming a bunch of names, but Darius is the one that Nikki mentioned who made sales coordinator in 5 weeks. He was very deliberate and intentional coming in and was a man on a mission. He chased those bonuses, and we tell people, you chase the bonuses, it will pull you through that compensation plan. And not making any income claims, because we don't do that, or any claims that Juice Plus heals or prevent or reverses anything. But Darius really did maximize the compensation plan. When you see that on our sheet, that shows you can make like $2,500, whether you do that in 3 months, 6 months, and just bonuses. Well, he did that in 5 weeks, and he made over that because we promise low and deliver higher. And so it's been just a joy to be part of the momentum. Now, if there's one major tip that I want to, I have a lot, but here's one of them. I'm not going to say a major. This is one of the many, okay? Momentum, okay? Put that in your kit bag, momentum, because that's what happened for us last year, making it to NMD also. It was new team that energized the greater team for the momentum. And the momentum pushes like a locomotive. If you start that thing, it starts slow, chug, 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 chug. And then as it picks up with that speed and that energy and that power, it's hard to stop. And so we couldn't stop what was going on. People were seeing the vision, and we were very deliberate and intentional with making sure everybody that came through that gate understood we really don't want to accept anything less than 10 days to Partner Plus. Okay, so however you make that happen, that's what needs to happen. That is the expectation. And then we had a handful make it to QSC in 30 days, which was awesome, turnkeying that system. And so it's all duplication. And it's all about events. Okay, so again, I could go on for days, but we got a wheel that we need to spin, and we've got people that we really need to recognize. And I want Johnny at least to say 2 words, because I'll talk till Jesus come, and y'all don't want that. But nonetheless, guys, I want you all having fun on this journey, because again, I keep on saying there's so many lives out there and people that need what we have. And we have the gift of health and hope and love that they need. Care enough to get out your way and talk to people. And that, if you ask Darius Hollenshed, I need to have him do a training, truly. We've seen this man in action. 2-foot rule, there is no rule. He talks to anybody. He will talk to rocks if they will listen and respond. And so that is what he did. And we watched him in action do this, and it was phenomenal. And so, yeah.
I also want to say, for everyone on this call, we want to say thank you for what you've done. For the leaders that have been in the business for a while, for the toolage that you gave, but especially to all the new people that have come on board. I think one of the things that Blitz gave us opportunity to do was to share this opportunity and this experience with so many people. And we realize for every new partner that comes on the team, for every new order that's placed, we're helping somebody change their lives. And that's one of the things that this is all about, helping someone solve their problems. And the Blitzers gave us an expedited form and format by which to do that. And so, but it all became because of you opening your mouths and actually not being afraid to share what we have. So I'll leave it at that for now.
Yeah, and just one other tip, right? A buddy. So I do have to just mention, like Carol, Celesta, you saw her and Beverly Davis, they're buddies, they're new. Do you hear them saying, I'm new on the team, right? They're buddies. And you talk about like my sponsor, Tyra Weeby and Carolyn Swanger, buddies. I mean, their sponsor, Lenora, and when Leela Covey was here, buddies. I mean, y'all, buddies will take you to another realm and level. So find that buddy, lock in, and y'all, let's make this the best year ever, finishing 2021 on another high foot as we did in 2020. So thank you guys so much, and congratulations to all the winners that are going to happen right now.
And it's strong.
Before we go on to that, I just want to give one more little kudos to Beverly, because we had 100 Partner Pluses. That's amongst 12, I think, national marketing directors, 13 national marketing directors, I believe. And Beverly's team had a quarter of all of those. She had almost 30 Partner Pluses, towards that 100. I just, as they kept rolling in, she typed sponsor name, partner plus name, sponsor name, partner plus name. They just kept coming in one after another. And her team, and it does take a team to raise a leader. That's my only quote that I've made up, but her team has really jumped on board. And we're just also proud of every single one of your team and you for heading that team, Beverly, because you really knocked it out of the park.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, team.
So back to Melissa. No? Yes. Oh, were we going to Carolyn? All right, so hang on one second. Let me get this straight. All right. Carolyn,
Carol,
I gotta find her.
it's okay. I'm going to share my screen. That's my part.
Okay, well, but I want to, hold on. There you go. And I'm going to get me out of here. There's Carolyn Swanger. Woo-hoo-hoo! My partner in crime tracking.
Hey, yes, everybody's so excited. I got the joy of recording all of your names on a wheel. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw 9 different people will win, right, Nikki?
Yeah,
Okay.
9 different, we're gonna look for 9 winners, yes. Do you want someone to take any notes for you, Carolyn?
I got her. I'll write it down here. What I'd like to do is I'm going to let me get this wheel up here so you can see what things are going to look like. Let's see here.
Real crowded.
Can we see that?
We can see, screen, there it is.
All right. So we got a wheel with 219 names on it. And I'm going to spin this 9 times today.
Carolyn, can you maximize the screen?
You know what? It is maximized. Whoops. I'm spinning. Hang on. It's spinning and we're going to see what's going to happen here. Sorry. This is as big as the screen will get. Give me a second.
It should get bigger actually, because I've done this before.
Okay. Do you see our first winner there?
I do, Sarah Salinas.
All right.
Woo!
All right. Congratulations. Sarah is on Jennifer Straub's team. Okay. So you said that I could maximize this. It looks big on my screen. So
you're on a PC probably, right?
yeah, PC.
Yeah. I don't know how to tell her. On mine, I could just hit view, command, and the plus button, and it keeps making it bigger.
Okay.
There's a
Oh, wait,
full
you know what?
screen.
It says full screen. How about that? It said
Yeah.
full screen. All right.
Hey, Carolyn, how much did Sarah win?
Yeah, so I want to let you all know $200 per winner tonight. Everybody, we're going to give $1,800 away. And you want to thank your upline national marketing director. We all contributed to this $1,800 pot so that we could give 9 of you that money tonight. So here we go. We're going to spin again for the next one. And when this name comes up, if the NMD recognizes it, if they're not on, would you just let us know so we know who they belong to? So here we go. The sponsor and the partner's name were added to the wheel. Who's going to claim that?
Yeah, that's Team Infinity. All right. Darius and Jamel, congrats.
All right.
Take a
So-
picture of it. Take a picture of it so you can send it to them.
Oh, I caught it. I'm on it, doggone it.
Hey, Carolyn, be sure you're shuffling, okay?
You got it. Okay, thank you. And what happens is I'm going to exit full screen because that's where the shuffle is. So give me a second here. I would like to shuffle these up. All right, tapped it a bunch of times here. Let's go full screen. And let's see who our next winner is. Who's that?
Oh no.
Who's your upline NMD?
It's Melissa. It's one of our gals in New Mexico. We're so excited.
Okay, congratulations. All right, so I'm just going to exit this full screen because I like to keep shuffling this each time so we can get them all mixed up. Here we go back to full screen. Spinning the wheel now. Who is that?
Woohoo!
Which NMD?
She's on my team. Woohoo! Jennifer's team.
All right, great, Jennifer. Congratulations for that.
Woo! Yay, Abby.
Yay. All right. So I just want to.
It looks like it's going really slow, but it really spinning fast. We just can't see it that way.
Right, right. Because it's going so fast. Here we go. I'm going to spin.
Woo! Is that Stephanie?
Yeah, she's under Priscilla Rose on Stephanie Cleveland's
Okay.
team. Yeah.
This is really nice.
Woo!
What's so nice, what's happening here tonight is so many different teams, one shuffle again here. So many different teams are winning, you know.
Yes.
It's not one. Here we go. Spread the wealth around here. Here's another spin.
Yay! Go, Irene!
Whose team is that?
Yay, Irene.
Irene.
All right. which
Yeah,
team-
Irene.
Who's the NMD?
There you go, Irene.
Nikki Collins, the NMD.
Who?
Nikki.
Okay, thank you. I can't see your faces. I can only see the wheel here, so I don't know who's all yelling, but that's
This
exciting.
is exciting.
It's exciting, you guys. I love hearing the shout outs. Shuffling up this again a few more times. Going full screen, and here we go.
Here we go.
Whose team is Ella Bartnett on?
Woohoo!
There you go, Ella.
Ella, woohoo!
Whose team-
Ella.
What's the NMD?
Nikki.
Okay. All right. And shuffling again. Right, full screen, here we go.
How many do we have left, Carolyn?
We have 2 more spins left. Can you see that?
Mhm.
Who is Diane?
Congrats,
Who's
Diane.
Who's Diane's upline, NMD?
Me. Congratulations, Diane. And Donna is her sponsor. Woohoo! I think
All right.
they're both on.
Oh, super. Congratulations.
Woohoo! Do that. Thank you.
That's
All
exciting.
right. We'll shuffle this up really, really good. We got 203 names still left on this. Let's go ahead and give it a spin. Last one for $200.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
Brand new. Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
All
I gotta take a
right.
picture. Hold on, let me take the picture. Got
Yeah.
it. She's
She's
on
on
here
the
though.
call.
Yeah,
She's on the
on
call.
here though. Yay.
Woo-hoo.
You got it?
Yes, thank
All
you.
right. Okay, so I'm gonna, I need to stop sharing here so we can get you guys all back. How exciting. We're giving, I'll be getting into contact with all you NMDs so that we can get the money to your people. And Nikki, why don't you finish us up?
All right, let's see. Let's get back to gallery view. And so, first of all, how many of you are excited for the next 5 months? I think that Melissa really set it up for us so beautifully. Are you very clear and you understand exactly what you have? What's available, what the possibility is, the transformations that you can see by just doing a little bit, touching your business every single day, just a little bit. Whether it's contacting 2 new people every day, or for some of you, if you work 60 hours a week, maybe it's 1 person every single day, but it's touching your business every single day, keeps that momentum going so that train is not able to stop. So my question is, how many of you are on the train? How many of you are sitting on the waysides, waiting for the train to pass you by? Because I really believe that now with all of the, the change, the transformation from our old virtual office to our new, all of the new things that Juice Plus is putting in place, the old is simply a setup for an incredible journey forth. And Melissa really named it well. And I'm so excited for all of you. Chris, is there some last minute thing you'd like to offer up?
Well, it's been a little bit of a weirdness on the planet over the last 24 months or so. And again, that's part of the setup, right? One of the things that's been happening is people have been quarantined, right? They haven't been in community. And here's an incredible community to invite them to, people that are up to something, people that have a mission, as Melissa said. And so if there's one thing these people that were in solitary, if you don't mind me saying, learned over the last 24 months, is this good idea to have a plan B, right? So everybody knows about having a plan B. Everybody's more conscious of their health, and everybody wants an uplifting community, and we have a lot to offer. So great work, and congratulations to not just the winners of the money, but all the people that got out and shared the mission and brought on Partner Pluses on the team.
So my last comment is, it's from an old Hopi prayer, and the last part of the prayer is, we are the ones we've been waiting for. So come from love, keep the love flowing, get out there and do what we do best. Let's transform the world. Good night, everybody.
Night. Congratulations, everyone.
everyone.
Thank
Good job.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Night.
Congratulations, everyone.
Night, love you
Bye.
all.
Happy birthday, Carolyn.
Bye, everybody.